This 2023 Audi A6 was at the dealer, came with a ABS sensor, and it has check engine light is on, traction light is on, ABS light is on, a bunch of light switching, airbag light is on, and parking sensor is not working. SOS is requested. Some other warning lights are switching. So I was told that the owner okay, I was told something funny. I was told that this ABS sensor was replaced in the one of the front wheels, and then they gave him a quote to replace the radar with a brand new one and calibrate it. And it was a high quote for him, so he rejected the quote. That's why they removed the sensor that they installed, and he ended up buying it. Now there's confusion in what I just said, and I don't know if it is information was transferred to the owner wrong or he understood it wrong, but something is not right in what I just said. But this is what we deal with. Customer wants to fix all the lights. He dropped it off the other day and I scanned it while he's there. I like to do that. That's a free diag I do for my customers, at least. I mean, I do a pre-scan, and I talk to them about the vehicle before they drop it and the pricing. And situation like this, I didn't give a price. I said we basically gonna do our best to turn everything off, and it's gonna be a bill. You know you're gonna have to bill no matter what the number is, and he understands. He trusts me, and he knows that my number is going to be reasonable. Let's say I don't have a part to sell him. The car was hit in the rear passenger side, and he said it drove fine with no lights on the dashboard for 2 months until I think a trash truck slightly scratched the front bumper and moved it. That's when all the lights came, all the lights came to the dashboard, and it started having problems. Now, as far as driving, it runs on drive. We do have a check engine light. We're gonna have to see what's going on with it. Now, being a 2023, I'm gonna scan it with auto, but I might switch to Otis. We'll see how good the auto on those. I'd rather use auto because I know a lot of viewers, they don't have the dealer subscription. I do here in Dallas. So yeah, let's get to it. These are the codes that I saw the other day when he dropped it 2 days ago. And by the way, this is a DOIP vehicle. It will tell you, it will give you the scanner will give you a warning that you have to be connected to the internet. This is a DOIP protocol vehicle, and DOIP is diagnostics over internet protocol. So let's read the codes, go over them. Engine control module has 3 codes: invalid data received from ABS, requirement, malfunction lamp on, active. I didn't delete any codes, by the way, so the passive ones, I'm gonna skip them. Transmission control, internal control unit A/D, processing performance. Interesting. I'm gonna have to ask him one more time about the transmission. I did show him all the codes, and I told him that's the reason why I'm not gonna give you a quote. We're gonna have to go by trust, and of course I'm gonna document everything I do. Right rear wheel speed sensor, range performance, and that's where the hit was. I don't know why they replaced a front. Probably he's wrong, or he misunderstood what they told him. Again, passive, active, electrical, parking brake, speed, sensor signal, implausible, databus error value received. By the way, when you see this code in Audi, Volkswagen, just neglect it for now. This code could be triggered by a malfunction part in a system, and when that system doesn't work properly, it will trigger this code in other modules that are expecting to receive a good message from that module. Again, this is passive. Active, right rear speed sensor, mechanical fault, electrical central electric module, electronic central electric, sorry. Again, databus error value received. You're gonna see this a lot. Databus error received. Now it is the same code, U112300. Databus, again, it's a different code, but it means the same thing. Same thing here. Multiple collision brake, no function. This is in the airbag. Multiple collision brake, no function. That's a separate issue. That's in the airbag. That's why airbag light is triggered, and that's why the check engine light, because it's receiving a wrong message from the ABS. So the ABS is upsetting the engine control module. Steering column electronics, databus again. The gateway, passive. Everything's passive in the gateway, which is another indicator that we do not have. This code might mistake somebody by thinking that, hey, we have a databus or a CAN bus error. Actually, if you see to the gateway, all of them passive. If we have a CAN bus issue, you would definitely see an active code in the gateway. All-wheel drive electronics, we have two active invalid data received from ABS module, invalid data received from ECM PCM. We have a message, driver assist system not working. Yeah, we know that. Lane change assistant data received. Yeah, we know that. Function restriction due to implausible signal from ABS. Okay, it's good that we have common stuff. So I'm pretty sure if we install this sensor, we're gonna have to verify that it's not working. I mean, we have an active code, but we have a sensor. Might as well just change it and look at the before repair and after repair, see if it made any changes. Comfort system central control unit, trunk lid open control unit, incorrect component installed. And I did tell him about this, and we did open the trunk, and the trunk does open. So information electronics function restriction caused by communication interrupt. Oh, this is passive, my bad. Databus error again. Driver assistance system front camera system limit exceeded. It's active. This is in the front sensor for driver assist system. We have emergency assist status feedback for HMI implausible. System warning, high status feedback of HMI implausible. And the rest is pass no fault. Okay, I think we have interaction between the problems. So I suggest we go to the ABS, watch the speed sensor, drive it, see if we can test it, drive it, and watch the speed sensor, see if it's acting up. Alright, to make this video as short as possible, I am going to cut the stuff that eats up a lot of time. I went to the ABS, to the speed sensors, and we're standing, we're not driving, and right away the right rear wheel speed reporting signal. So that makes me think it might be a wiring issue than a sensor fault. Let's try to move it. Yeah. It's stuck. Give it a shake. No, it's stuck. All right. All right, first step, let's put it on the lift, remove the wheel, and replace the sensor. We have a sensor already, so again, might as well use that sensor in our testing. And we can also take a visual look at the spot where the accident was. So after taking the sensor, which we'll get back to it, looking at the wire, I don't see anything abnormal. Everything is intact, everything in its spot. Actually, this is the main cable, comes down, splits to three. One goes to the brake caliber, the other one goes to the pad wear sensor, and the third one goes to the ABS sensor. And this is the sensor. I already see something I don't like. You see how this right here is touching something inside? See it? Let me take this. Alright, see how this is smooth? And this one is not. See it? Okay, so I wonder if we install this one, we're gonna have the same problem. So the problem might be with the spindle, not the sensor itself. Let's see if it is going to sit correctly now. Are they same orientation? Yes, they are. And I didn't feel anything. I didn't feel any resistance when I put it in. See, it goes smoothly. Maybe because of the accident. Look, it even wiggles. If this was touching something, then it wouldn't wiggle. Like if it's against something, when you try to wiggle it, it won't wiggle. But now, yeah, I think I can install it. I think something happened before with this sensor, or they installed a bad sensor. Who knows what happened, but we know we have a good sensor now. One thing I can do, I can see if there is a paint of some sort. I paint this and I insert it slowly and pull it out and see if some of that paint is gone, but I don't think this is necessary. I'm gonna install it, see what happens. So before I put the wheel back and put the car down, since it's already on the lift, I figured to just double check, because I remember 100% he told me that they told him a front sensor need replacement. Now I don't know exactly if he got a front sensor based on their recommendation or rear sensor. So come to put the part number, which is right here, 4M0927807C, and we go to this. I'm not affiliated with them, AudiUSAparts.com, part number, and it says position left rear, right rear. So it's a rear sensor, not a front sensor. Those are different, and priced for 40 bucks, 42 bucks. I come to Repair Link shop, put the part number, and it shows that it is a rear sensor right here. It says ABS wheel sensor rear. So it looks like from two sources it is a rear sensor. Doesn't matter rear, left or right. This will give me more confidence to put the car down. Okay, let's delete all the codes. This is deleting and scanning at the same time, so it's gonna take a minute. I'm gonna pause the video guys, I want to finish. Okay, we're moving. Brake pass, no fault. But that doesn't mean anything. We're gonna have to remove to move the vehicle, to drive it, for the code that we're dealing with to set. Okay, what do we have? Left in the engine control module, requirement malfunction lamp on active, internal control unit, AD processing performance, database bus error, motor collision brake no function, valid sim ABS, why active, all-wheel drive, electronics, ABS is pass no fault. Okay, let's start the vehicle. I would like to key off, key back on, see what lights left here. So got a bunch of lights. Check engine light stayed on, transmission message is still on. I did tell the owner about that. Let's drive it a little bit. I know this is not enough, my gate is closed. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna pull up the live data again and see if we're recording any speed. Brake is right here. Live data. Wheel speed. Okay, we're reading zeros here. Okay. Reverse. Okay, that's good. Right. I know this distance is not enough to judge a sensor. Let me see if it has a tag on it, which I don't think so. I'm gonna test drive it in the parking lot and come back. I'm outside, as you guys can tell from the glare, and we're going to move, and I see something I don't like. Watch the bottom one. It's gonna have like a split of a second in a difference in the speed. You see how it was 0 and then get cashed up with the other ones. I'm gonna do it again. See, all of them moving, and then that's 0. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna cancel those, we're gonna leave the rear ones, and we're gonna graph them. And you have to go by graph on those. The rear passenger, the one we replaced, is the green. The blue one is the other side. Make it big, and we're going to move and watch what's gonna happen. You see what the green one is doing? Okay, now it went back to that default, and I'm pretty sure it triggered the ABS light on and the traction on. What's the value? 2290. See, it went back to that default number. Well, I don't think those things, whatever they are, they look like they're rubber, either rubber or like a collection of like grease and dust, but I think this is what causing the problem. This is a metal piece, this is a defect, and I think this is what causing the problem, and this is what was making that damage on the old sensor. So we're going to replace the hub, the spindle, and see what it is. Customer brought a used unit and it was dirty a little bit, so I sprayed some greaser and cleaned it very well before installing it. I just picked up the car from the mechanic down the street, and the ABS light and the traction, all of them disappeared by itself. I didn't have to delete any codes. We still have a check engine light, we still have some warnings we'll address, but I wanted to share this with you guys. And I have the old one in the trunk. I'll show you. It was definitely the cause of the malfunction. As I said, I didn't have to delete any codes. They became history by themselves. I'm back here at the shop. We still have a check engine light, and that check engine light I think is due to this transmission control module reporting P060B Internal Control Unit AD processing performance. Now, I did read a little bit about this code off camera, and it does have something to do with speed. So I said, since we have a malfunction, one of the sensor reporting speed, that might have something to do with it. Let me just take care of it. To be fair with the customer, let me just take care of this problem first and see if that's going to fix it. Unfortunately, it didn't fix it. The code is still active, and when we start the car, transmission malfunction message. I'm gonna still delete all codes, and we're gonna test drive it. To see if the transmission code comes back. If it does, we're gonna dedicate a separate diag for that. And of course, I'm gonna go to live data of the brake system and check if we still have drop-offs of that on the signal for the right rear ABS sensor. While this doing its thing, is gonna take some time to show you guys this is the one that was installed, and those are the stuff that we saw in the camera in the video. I don't know if this is a grease. It's rubbery, it's not metal, so I don't know if those are grease or what are they exactly here. And I thought I saw a defect here, but anyways, this ring right here, I don't know what's wrong with it. I think it might be damaged, and that stuff is coming out of it. Look, see? Yeah. I think there was another piece here that flew away, and that's why we have this situation. I mean, we can always compare with the one that I installed, or they installed. I mean, I cleaned. I mean, I thought it was a white surface here. Now I see metal. That looked white, like kind of plastic. Anyways, this was the problem for sure. Yeah, the stuff is definitely coming out of here. It's not grease and dust. There's the grease I see here, grease. Anyways, whatever it is,
Let's go see if it finished scanning. Look like it did. All right. Cycle the key. Start the vehicle. Let's go to brake. Check engine light is gone. We do have an active code though. Live data. Brake, wheel speed, and right here. Let's watch just the two rear. Merge graph, make it big, and let's move it. I kind of know because the lights are gone, codes became history, but just to make sure. This customer comes from about an hour, 45 minutes an hour with traffic hour some change, so want to make sure everything is okay, make it as convenient as possible to him. Have a license plate, but it's okay. Yeah, all is good. Let's go back to the shop before we get a ticket. All right, we good with this part, and I don't see a check engine light, so I might have to, maybe it's a 2 key cycle code. I think I'm gonna test drive the vehicle more. Let me find a plate to put on it, test drive the vehicle more, and see if that light or code comes back. I'll be right back. Well, I just key it off and key it back on, and I did a rescan, and even the check engine light, I mean the code that was in the engine control module is gone. So that tells me that that code definitely gets triggered by a speed sensor. That code that we had in the transmission and the engine control module. And so far is good. I don't see any messages or anything. It probably needed more than one key cycle or a test drive to indicate that, hey, we're in business again, we're working again. So again, I don't see anything. One more time, pass no fault, transmission pass no fault. Okay, I'm gonna call this a fix for now, and again, I'm gonna test drive it off camera, put a plate on it, test drive it properly, make sure everything is okay, maybe take it on the highway or something, but I mean just to reach all gears, and scan it one more time, see if there's anything that comes back. We'll make another video of it. If not, then thank you guys so much. If you are in the Dallas area and Dallas Fort Worth area and you have a problem, you want us to look at it, please do not hesitate to contact us through Facebook, and we'll take care of it for you. But for now, if you haven't subscribed, also subscribe to see what's coming of future videos. Have a good day.